side, it is like on the broader side because if I'm not mistaken, Slay them and I believe Zeus are on the younger side of things.
Yep.
But they have been like baking and grinding in VCT for God knows how long now. Now XGOD on the stronger side, we'll see how they set the pace.
Yeah, I mean, Zeus from that Avernus roster for a while, Sladum, especially in multiple squads, including, what, Abaddon Abyss? If I remember
MVP
correctly.
also.
But I think the conversation is Astro and Marky and their roles. Astro has been notably one of the strongest PH controller players within the local scene. Swapping over to Sentinel now, Marky the one on controller. And it's been successful during the PH qualifiers. But really, the ball is on XGOD's court. They're the ones starting Haven on the attack, putting pressure onto A.
Gotta go.
And Sladum all alone on the site. Dangerous for the Sova to be sticking around it.
What?
Sladum, what happened there? XGOD drawing first blood.
Regardless of the circumstance here, there was a massive flood with a recon bolt. And again, XGOD, they're looking to play with as much cleanliness as possible and not leaving any potential crumbs on the table here. KRX could get caged here. Quick back.
Sun comes out, Zeus slides in! It's good for the one, but Foxy had the crossfire ready, and XGOD prep for everything Oasis can throw at them. Garnet also on the board. And the 4v2. Flash to come out for Foxy. Still Marky. Trying to crawl his way into sewer here, but Foxy is able to handle all those bullets anyway. Tesseract all alone. Garnet's finding a third. And XGOD already with the pistol win here.
Okay, Omen. I'll smash in the front door while you sneak in
Quick
the back.
work. Not entirely sure what happened there on the side of Play them, but it doesn't look like there is going to be any call for a pause of any nature. Oasis, I think the only weakness they had that historically has stayed with the squad is them overplaying. And if they've addressed that since the last time we saw them, then they could potentially come out stronger. Meanwhile, XGOD, we know that they can and are very willing to just run it up if they feel like there's not enough friction being thrown their way.
There.
And it is going to be, I'd say, an intelligent approach towards it. They know these weapons can't contest these long ranges.
Yeah, on the anti-eco, XGOD confident to play the C, even to catch onto Zeus along the way. Want to move the conversation to Garnet S. Like, this player has been one of the strongest in the Thai region. Not only that, very flexible on the duelist role. Looking back at the finals, I believe he played 4 different duelists against Sharper, the Yoru, the ISO, the Phoenix, and the Neon. And we're seeing it right now. XGOD given the chance to swap up their comp thanks to his flexibility. Oasis though. At KRX. It's gonna be very, very cheeky.
Oh my gosh.
From XGOD in the Oasis. Now the peek out. Tesseract, so you can see it coming. Very sure shots from KRX! And XGOD eradicate all they can. Foxy even! The taps are good. A 2-0 here for the Thai squad.
So much patience, Dax, and just good communications overall on the side of XGOD. I like that. I think there was a sound spot here, so everybody just tried to collapse towards the grass. And he already could tell that Oasis was just trying to play for like the spike, exploding and denying the orbs, but alas, XGOD was a step ahead. This time we are gonna go on a bonus. I still think this lineup for weapons is quite volatile, especially on Haven, but now I think we'll probably see Oasis try to put a little bit more aggression towards long, but wow, Zeus.
Oh, Tesseract fast on the shot. Garnet's falling there, making it tough for XGOD to burst onto the B site. Not only that, Marky also playing up top. There's an angle now that Oasis will try to condition against XGOD. It finds mastery alongside Tesseract's triple. And Oasis Gaming, given the guns, they get around.
They get around, and they are making it, I guess, reasonably competitive with the way that they were navigating it. There's not enough data really to see if there are any obvious tells here, but Tesseract.
Nice one, Marky boy.
A little bit of encouraging words there. Yeah. Actually, encouraging words this time, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was in English, don't worry. No need to translate in your little head there, my friend. But hey, Oasis Gaming Got a bit of confidence, especially with that pick onto Garnets. XGOD looking to repeat the B side hit with the guns now. And Astro the one being pressured here by Link. Quick plant though, courtesy of Fluky. Great space made by the Neon up front. KRX on the board, Marky with the response, sure. It's a trade for now. Oasis also with control of window. And it's awkward for XGOD. They're playing on site well. Marky tries to fake out with the shadow step. XGOD though, it's Fluky with 2. And while Garnet's still in the front line, the rear has been covered. It's been good holds from XGOD along the way. Tesseract still having Garnet at enemy this number. Oh, Fluky tries to find the angle for the arrow. Niz here is way too close. Stun is up, and Niz is the one to try and get the catch. Foxy on the board. Tesseract all alone. And you said it, Raph, there's no time. XGOD, they make the B execute work this time.
Beautiful stuff there. I thought we were going to see a repeat of Tesseract coming in from A-Link and then maybe getting, a few opportunities to run it up for the team. But this time around, XGOD just had too much utility in that situation for them to reliably peel it away. And plus no presence towards the lurking side of things. Foxy's having a pretty good game. Rolling Thunder should be available very, very soon. And now XGOD, it does look like they're going to be leaning towards yet another default. Waiting still for Oasis to be a bit more aggressive towards lobby. There were some preemptive stuns just to show that they're not willing to give up control of sewer and obviously A lobby. Now Oasis, they're also a little bit more wary. They send a player towards sewer, but this time it's Marky, ready to TP away.
Oh!
What?
And so well done by Niz. What Marky did to them in the round prior to the last one. And Niz the one exposing Zeus there. And with it, the operator now out in the open. XGOD. You have to say that this is a very calm team. You have 2 players that went to Pacific, right? You have Foxy as your IGL. And in that last round, the perfect example, adjustment despite that window pressure. Now then, Neural Theft into play. Big intel here for XGOD to work with.
Again, Oasis, they're probably going to reel back just a little bit from the punish play. Getting such great heads up from both sides. They're still trying to sell the fake here, but XGOD, they're slowly but surely rather clearing most of the map, but they don't know there's Marky here in A lobby. Do they even bother checking?
Yeah, the assumption perhaps that it's clear because of Neural Theft, and now Marky, the hat tips in his favor until Garnet is able to get the catch anyway. Fluky now on the board. XGOD here just decimating Oasis as they try to play some of these corners. Astro's all alone, but XGOD, that single pick onto Zeus, really setting the tone for the round. Astro is going to be walking into a 3-man crossfire in 3, 2, 1. Astro gets one, sure, but XGOD have found their 4th round here.
Could have been possibly even better for Marky, but you can't really fault the timing there. He already got one. He reassessed that maybe there should be a flank watch and dipped his toes onto that duel, entertaining the fight, but already operating on a deficit. I really like that zoom in.
Yeah.
Like, he had to understand that in that situation, he had to equalize, but again, XGOD and their heads-up plays right now, and honestly, just their sheer dueling power, it's hard to catch them off surprise.
Yeah, they don't miss. What we've seen so far, XGOD have been sharp from the get-go. No waste of gaming. Stuck on an eco yet again.
They found my
They look
wire.
to be ambitious into mid. Try to get a catch similar to what they did to Garnets a while ago. But XGOD really smart on these anti-ecos. They put the pressure onto C, but they know they have the advantage with effective range. Camera, though, might be pesky, and because of the smoke, XGOD back away for now. Secure the orb instead, and the Rolling Thunder available for Foxy here.
Wonder what they're planning on doing with this round. There is a pretty garage-heavy defense here towards Oasis, and this is just to mostly shoo away a potential lurk that could open up both sites on the left. But XGOD, again, they're just not traversing these narrow corners without these precautions. They know that there's at least one player towards A. It looks like they're willing to take their chances on an ecoed Sova here, Dax. Look at this garage position. Still no movement whatsoever.
Yeah, we've seen from Oasis this setup before.
30 seconds left.
Leave Sladum. to be the one to find that contact towards A, but actually they're gonna rotate, thinking it's C, and XGOD just slyly moving into A side. They do expect that to C hit, but no. XGOD, yeah, just pulling the wool over the eyes of Oasis here.
I'm curious, how is Oasis gonna adjust to this? Because so far XGOD are not entertaining any contact plays whatsoever. It has just been great budgeting of their intel here, Dax, and I think that's what we've been lacking these last 2 days. But already a ready flash by Niz, just waiting for his teammate to call for pressure.
Yeah, Tesseract looking to find the stun along the way. Zeus, the first casualty here on the potential retake. XGOD, similar positions to a while ago. Always steady by Graffiti, by Hell, even by the boxes.
Man.
Packed and parceled, and XGOD do deliver. Oasis trying to get a cheeky kill along the way. Marky and the rest of Oasis to die to the spike. And overall, convincing rounds here from XGOD as they are running away with a bit of a lead here.
Man, there seems to be like... I wouldn't necessarily say it's a reading issue on Oasis, but they are quite passive ever since they caught, I believe it was Zeus, try and get that early info towards C. And XGOD, maybe they're just familiar with the rhythm. Oasis right now, maybe they should entertain the idea of an operator just so they can have a bit more presence towards sewer and maybe punish the peeking player. Because like you said, right, there was a tendency to lean more for those close angles to hit them with a clean, not necessarily clean 50-50, but still a pretty advantageous CQC fight.
I mean, XGOD overall, they're doing such a good job making these rounds as sure as they can. They're maximizing their opportunities with these rotations. They've been forcing Oasis to play the eco every other round. And especially once they get into post-plant, right? The angles have been very strong. We've said already, players like Foxy, the Garnets, veterans in the scene have made it to the top of the Pacific food chain. But from what we've also noticed here for XGOD, there's always intention. They don't just throw out utility willy-nilly. They have so much utility coming into the post-plant because they're ready for getting into that situation in the first place.
Again, it just doesn't seem like Oasis have a contingency for some of these plays that they're trying to run. It feels like the protocol maybe hasn't been baked into them yet. Maybe they're getting a little nervous coming into the SEA stage, but I highly doubt that. Everybody has had their fair share of at least international experience. But hey, you know, it has been a good minute since we've seen this squad.
Yeah, it's been a while since we saw a tech pause here, so like perhaps we're gonna let these players figure out everything before we get started again. Gotta say the Oasis on this defense now. Rolling Thunder available. Same can be said for XGOD alongside the Hunter's Fury. A default for now. Here for XGOD. They look to play towards B side actually. Now we've seen how Garnets has made space on this objective before. Look for the sprint in. Make that noise. The flash comes out, but there is hesitation. Tesseract holding steady. Try and stop the Neon's plan. KRX though in the chaos. Astro able to turn it around with a neural theft, but the hunt is on and Fluky's the one to catch Astro in the act. Oasis again though, taking window away. Zeus is speedy, but he's just going into a hasty demise. Rolling Thunder, you heard it there. Foxy also unleashing his. And the C site now to be held steady here by XGOD, but Sladom finds the timing onto Nids. And a chance perhaps here for Oasis Gaming. Overdrive though to remove that spark. The glimmer in Garnet's eye will be the ultimate denial. 6-1 here for XGOD.
XGOD just finding so many gaps in the Oasis defense right now. And, you know, after all, he deserves his flowers. He's an excellent player by his own right, but so far we haven't necessarily felt the impact of the Cypher. And we're saying that because, again, the main role of a Sentinel is to be that defensive pressure, to be the doorstop, to be the first person to say no to the other team. But it doesn't seem like they're juggling this in a way where he's the main threat. It's really just the activity and overall like face checking. But XGOD, they've been finding so many openings here.
They've been the pacemakers and they get the scan towards the back of the default here. Garnets now with a slide on in. Success really here for XGOD. Hinges on Garnets getting that space. And he does so again, delivering for the squad. 4v3 though, and Oasis putting pressure on the short. KRX caught in the act. But XGOD, they have the spike towards long. Tesseract! Where did he even come from? Fluky comes in, get one of his own. Fluky with another. It's 3 for Fluky! He wants more. And the silence here, Tesseract holding steady. A reset for XGOD. They have time to rotate anyway.
They have a minute. Well, they have under a minute now. And with the weapons in hand, they should have no issue. Tesseract actually trying to go for an interrupt here, but again, maybe it could have been a bit better for him to pick up a Vandal. I don't think it goes too far from him. The next guy, they have a plethora of choices here, but maybe, just maybe, Tesseract could have made the read of a lifetime. No way.
If this corner is left unchecked, Tesseract.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Trigger discipline. Waiting to see if Foxy will come his way. Now Foxy needs to get back to the site for the spike. 15
Oh
seconds.
my gosh, he has no idea.
Tesseract.
10 seconds left.
He's looking for a lifeline here for Oasis. But Foxy! Oh no, the cover into the cubby. Foxy forces the fight. He needs to rush in to the corner. He goes. Time is on the side of XGOD still. Foxy makes it to the finish line and brings the head of Tesseract with him. It's 7-1.
So calm and so composed is Foxy. It didn't even look like he was hesitating to make that mad dash to execute his mirror image. But overall, a wonderful effort on the side of Oasis here.
1 enemy remaining.
Again, this is such a beauty of a round, Axe. Everybody's brain working, and the shots were landing. Majority of Oasis, I'm pretty sure they should be looking to expend a second time out here. They have to reassess how they want to lock these sites down because, like you said, it has been hinging on Garnets. And these entries, there's just nobody there to at least cushion the blow.
Yeah, Oasis, beyond that one round that we saw from them, right? They're lacking the presence on the sites. XGOD, they make their way in. They get the post plant very quickly as soon as they play the execute. And it's really just been XGOD out-rotating Oasis throughout many of these rounds. A chance perhaps, Zeus also with the overdrive now. But no push from the PH squad as of yet. XGOD again. They start these rounds with his defaults. Try to see if Oasis is going to come their way.
They did do this earlier when they were expecting Oasis to again fold when it comes to the guessing game. But this time around, Oasis are a little wiser. So they are positioned in a way where they're quick to rotate. B was the more open site here, but Zeus again repeating that same action. He wants to play that corner and potentially sound spot if there's any would-be player maybe on grass now. But in turn, they've also given up Garage, which they've invested heavily into in the previous rounds.
Yeah, Garnets has creeped up and is looking to find the timing on Tesseract. Perfect peek from Garnets. And he wants more. The stun comes out. Marky, where did he even go? Into the clutches of Niz instead. Overdrive though, too much to handle. Zeus still alive, kicking, and even gets a catch on the Niz along the way. Oasis, they find 3 thanks to the Neon. XGOD, don't count them out as of yet. Fluky, he's been known to be clutch. Foxy, we saw him clutch a while ago. It's up to Astro to try and save the day here for Oasis.
Plus, they have Hunter's Fury for this post plant and 2 flashes. And I believe an Aftershock. Oasis, they have Astro on board, looking to navigate them into potentially another round win, Dax. But like you said, XGOD playing this perfectly. They are just so far away. Sure, he has a count in hand, but
Post-plant discipline hasn't too much. Half though for Astro, but that's all he'll get. Didn't even need to use the ults. Foxy setting it up, knocking it down, and bringing XGOD to 8.
I'm really curious on what the process is for the XGOD reading, because this is, I think, what, the second or the first time they've actually bothered going into the garage. And the only interaction they had beforehand was that cage play by Astro. And perhaps that was the cash-in, perhaps that was the gamble that they were looking into. Either way, they've done so well to minimize the impact of all the utility Oasis is bringing. You'd expect Oasis to be a little bit more active too, as a unit, instead of this 2-1-2 spread.
XGOD overall looking so sure with the calls. And Carnets! Just a crossover to remember. Just gets in there, sprays the man down while sliding. We go back to the post plant. But we've seen how successful XGOD have been here. Foxy. Oh, they do get the hit, but did Astro get it halfway? That's the real question. Too close to call. Someone else from Oasis might need to try to go for it. Zeus though inside the Coliseum of the smoke. And Foxy yet again gets a sniff of victory. Sladom now trying to continue where Astro left off. Marky's in position, but here comes Marky again with the stinger. The tenure for Oasis, but now he is past due. KRX will KO the Omen, and XGOD are just dominating on this first half here.
Dazed and confused as Oasis. They need a little bit of rest and some water. Somebody gets someone onto that corner. Oasis, every single configuration that they've been doing on this defense has been outmaneuvered. And back to think, this is supposedly a mirror match.
One enemy remaining.
I think the more proper statement is this is supposed to be the Oasis map pick. Thing is though, they are on the defense. We know how you can struggle on the defense on 3-side maps like this, but you can't just deliver yourself to Garnets like that. Zeus is looking mortal in this outing alone. And XGOD already drawing blood this quickly.
I mean, I also have a Talon jersey, I'm just saying. But going back into the game here, aside from the history and of course all the previous teams that have pretty much shaped these players into what they are now, they are showing up. That's what matters the most, and Astro wants to turn it up.
Astro, as well as Tesseract. It's great for Oasis, Garnets as well, causing chaos towards an A side, while a lot of the focus is towards Niz, but Garnets, he's already decimated reinforcements. The blind is perfection! And XGOD, you don't get bonus points for winning both fights, but they get the point anyway!
That is a kickflip. My goodness, XGOD, everything was going wrong until it wasn't. Again, it's just how composed they are in these situations. It also helps that they were operating already on a man advantage here, despite every single piece of utility and duel going into the way of Oasis. Turnips shining through everything. And as well as this, with that heads-up paranoia, XGOD proving why they're the #1 seed.
They're just winning every single fight across the map here, Raph. And XGOD, deadly decisive and looking for more. Here they come into garage, but Astro has laid claim to this spot. The paranoia again! But then again, they get into cover, and Oasis, they're gonna get away with their lives for now. It's a 5v4. Astro's hurting. The rest of XGOD is sticking around the courtyard, looking to see if Oasis is gonna peek their way.
Oasis are doubling up quite a bit, and I understand why, but it's the same issue. XGOD are just wrestling so much map control out of their hands that Oasis, every time there's a retake, every time there's supposedly a transition, they've been hamstrung. And now they're in an awkward spot where a lot of their utility
Scanning ahead.
is being used reactively. Again, it's not entirely a bad thing, but Taro, that recon dart could have helped so much.
XGOD angling into A side, especially
30
Niz.
seconds left.
Look to find value on the lurk too. But Marky has the judge in hand. Smokes to come out, confirm the A hit. Rolling Thunder as well.
I know
Clear out
exactly
Tesseract. Marky sure catches Niz, but the meat of the bone here, man. Just most of the action
Spike
over onto
planted.
A, and the plant goes down without much defense from Oasis. Retake though is where it matters. It's 3v2 after Marky's efforts. Fluky though in the front. The Vanguard now looking to find more. And from the shadows though from Marky to reposition. A second angle could be the chance here for Oasis. Zeus also looking to come in.
Last
Zeus
player
there
standing.
striking sure, but Fluky has found 3. And his time's ticking. Marky needs to get up close. It's Fluky though on the opposite end, and the flick from Fluky is just absolutely nasty. XGOD make a statement, 11-1 at the end of the first half.
You know, Lady Luck is trying to get with Fluky here. Everything has just been so controlled. And Oasis, I really like that play from Marky to burn from the shadows into the paranoia. But once again, they're just having so much trouble dislodging all these XGOD players from their power positions. But before we can continue with Haven, we will go on a short break.
Oasis Gaming, they picked this map, but they're not picking they're not getting the rounds here, man. XGOD, on the other hand, they played this to utter perfection, truthfully. And as Oasis now look to play the attack, pressure's on towards the C sites. They're gonna need this pistol if they want to even stand a chance here, but KRX is waiting on the opposite end.
Marky and the gang not looking so invincible. As well as XGOD at the moment. They're just looking for more victims of this conquest. And Zeus opens up with Niz. Astro finds another.
Yeah. Here in the attack lease, they found some bits to work with. Foxy over a window though. XGOD.
Spike planted.
Have to be a witness to the spike plant now. The push though from Oasis. Zeus trying to get the catch on, but the garage here held still by XGOD. Foxy now falls. Oasis trades. Looking good though. Maybe a chance here to make a rally happen. Versus Fluky though. They need to send more than just one. Marky wanting revenge here. It's Tesseract the one to get his head. And Oasis Gaming, a second round is given to them.
XGOD have the leeway to force something up here. Maybe play spoil sport. Maybe throw a curveball onto the side of Oasis. At the same time, they have every right to be conservative. Headshot. I mean, once again, they might have to brainstorm on how Oasis is going to attack. But I don't think that round really provided any data decks. It was pretty standard. Let's go hit C. Let's hit it fast. And, you know, off. That goes there. Great fight from Zeus. We'll breathe into Oasis life support.
My eyes. Yes, meat and potatoes there for Oasis. The XGOD, they just want to fight as quickly as they can. Garnet's still caught. The flash comes in as well. Zeus already looking to clear the corner, but he said it. The numbers! Raph, what do they mean? It does mean Oasis do get the C site now. But that was carnage there, as XGOD tried to find a pick along the way.
It does look like they've sent their observation group very far ahead, and Oasis have slowly dismantled this defense. But granted, this is an eco. Okay, Fluky. Nah, there's no way this is happening. Like, maybe if you had a sheriff, sure, we'll hype it up. But the shorty just here prepping for that exit frag, and I like that. I like that angle a lot. Very cool cinematic stuff here. Surely Astro doesn't get blasted into oblivion, right?
Flawless.
Okay.
He did get blasted, but not to oblivion.
That was close.
That was close. Oasis though, very good at the eco. They lose no one. They bring all their guns to the next round, and the kills going into bigger ultimates down the line. Halfway down to one another, halfway I believe as well to the overdrive. So Oasis, if they can find some success here in the bonus, get that orb control as well.
Yes, this
Could
should
give them a
do.
chance now. As XGOD are picking up their own guns coming into this round here.
Zeus Feeling pretty confident considering he's been battering C down. Now XGOD, they're reacting. They do have 3 players strong here, Dax, but it doesn't look like Oasis are willing to commit.
Yeah. Shock Dart lineup to break the initial trip. But XGOD,
Right here.
they don't just have the Cypher on that site. They have Niz alongside Garnet S, who's playing into window now. Lots of coverage here for XGOD as Oasis is pinging their way to try and play the 2-pronged attack. Garnet though, the swing is good! And Zeus already the first victim. He's been shining throughout this map here. And XGOD still sticking around the site. Paranoia also for the stall. Seems like Marky trying to play the platform with his own paranoia now. Astro finds one of his own. Marky on the board, but Niz is still alive and kicking. Finally shut down here by Marky. Damage though has been done.
One
So
enemy
2v2
remaining.
and
Last
Foxy
player standing.
just shows up suddenly at the edge of that smoke. Marky's found 3 though. And it's Fluky on the other side. Why does it always come to this? This
30 seconds
1v1
left.
has been critical to the series. But Oasis, they're gonna bring that spike elsewhere as Fluky holds position towards C here.
He will immediately hear this though, and Marky's already aware of where Fluky could potentially be, but those footsteps are going to be a dead giveaway, Dax. Marky actually has the luxury of trying to creep himself towards
10 seconds
C,
left.
but no, he chooses the more immediate option. Fluky creeping up. Marky doesn't necessarily have to play this guessing game. He does have a recon dart and a pair of shock darts.
Yeah, HP advantage here from Marky, but it's just light armor on Fluky's side. The Phantom should be enough for a single tap. And Marky looking to play at the C-Link because of his initial
Standing
flag
ahead.
here. But Fluky be caught out in the open. Fluky getting halfway, but Marky a step ahead! And Oasis Gaming, they needed this bonus. They'll get it after Marky's efforts. A 4K for such a tenured player on this roster.
Once the King of Blades now leading the charge for Oasis. Marky uses his savvy this time around just to get one on the board, and Niz
One
had a
enemy
pretty
remaining.
outstanding effort there, Dax. But once again, just the sheer numbers of Oasis and obviously off the back of Marky's 4K, breathing more life into the squad. Eco on the side of XGOD. What plans do they have in mind? They were quite active in their last Eco, but this time around they're gonna use it to potentially scout out a hit by Oasis.
There.
Oasis Gaming sending out the Owl drone here. Done some damage versus XGOD. Stuck on an eco. Fluky. A stinger, the only firepower the defense has here. And Oasis, after that initial intel right, they're gonna back away.
I'm out
Look
of
to
here.
play and watch out for A. They've been pinging that the Cypher Tripwire as well. Given enough space to work with. But you got Garnets, you got Fluky. They have angles to play from here towards A, and Oasis now trying to crawl towards the A side. Garnets, oh, contact made. It's only a classic. If they can funnel it at Fluky, XGOD might get more than they expected.
Oasis giving a lot of respect to XGOD here despite being aware of the weaker weapons, and Fluky actually nearly lined up a shot there, but the humble stinger can only do so much
30 seconds left.
at a range, and really they're milking the clock, but these tripwires could be everything.
Oh, and Marky with a find onto Niz will be the call to attention here for XGOD. The rest of the team still around to fight. The Tripwire also getting catch onto one. It's KRX though inside the cyber cage. Marky still handles the pistols anyway. But KRX and Foxy! Where did this firepower come from? The Sheriffs are just sublime! And Oasis Gaming, they need to put that spike down and fast. Zeus though, he's gonna die for the cause. Foxy making it a sacrifice on the other side. And it's a 1v1. It's veterans on both fronts. But Astro now, he's been seen. Foxy tried to line it all up. And Foxy can't hit the shot. It's Astro who lived to fight another day in Oasis Gaming. They'll get around here.
But at what cost? That shredded their armor and their weapons to absolutely nothing. They'll have to rebuy here, Dax. And again, I can't believe it really was those tripwires
Spike
to
down.
nearly
One
spell
enemy
the
remaining.
end for Oasis here.
Last player.
But some great awareness by Astro to get another round into this comeback effort. And I think this is 5 straight so far. Or is it 4 straights?
Yeah, I think it's been 4, but all in all, XGOD, they made Oasis work for it. That was so costly, especially because of Foxy's efforts. Marky, though, from the shadows now. Takes some damage, jumping out of heaven. But Fluky left unchecked. He's blending in! The spy amongst us! And Fluky taking 2 down with him. It's 3v3, but Marky still on the roll. Tesseract as well in position. And Oasis Gaming now. KRX, though, tap is good. A 2v1. The Neural Theft at the same time. He's gonna know one's down in hell. The repositioned Marky and Tesseract. They're gonna need to play with one another if they want to stand a chance. Marky, though, leg spotted. KRX. He's marked down 1. Stun disconnect. Now then, it's the double up, and Oasis Gaming, they funnel XGOD their way, and they have found the 6th round.
5 more, and Oasis could potentially tie this up. XGOD, their lead is slowly getting chipped away. They still have that rolling thunder for a potential retake here, but Fluky, this is a problem that every single time he's positioning himself in shorts, something good is going to happen for XGOD. But now they burn that timeout. They see their points of failure here, and they're gonna try and address it. They're still looking quite calm here, and I'm glad that they took this timeout quite early into the second half.
I mean, it's a big lead for XGOD, but it's been a big streak as well from Oasis. They haven't dropped a single round here in the second half. You can see immediately Garnet's really discussing so much with the team. They've found instances that they made Oasis sweat, but when it comes down to the clutch, it's been Oasis a step ahead here.
And it has been quite a dance. You know, it does look like there is a little bit of disparity now in terms of like the speed of adjustment. Oasis looking a little bit more creative on these attacks. So far, the only positive on this defensive side for XGOD is that they're not necessarily giving away some of these picks for free. That eco round did look good, but other than that, Oasis has been in firm control of the second half. It looks like a completely different game now.
Oasis looking to be competitive here, but one single mistake and it's XGOD on map point. Not gonna happen though this time. Seems like Zeus has looked a lot cleaner in the second half. So many struggles in the first for the youngest gun of Oasis. Here and now, getting more impact. Foxy tries to find one for himself. He does so! Tesseract, the only one solo swinging that one. Slad, I'm sure, will confirm it, but you gotta wonder, Oasis, could they have helped their teammate more so there?
They just lost the bulk of their front line here, Dax, and the Rolling Thunder could... Or rather, yeah, the Rolling Thunder could have been something to dislodge XGOD, but XGOD again, they're still trying to play this as safe as possible. They know that the trap wires are still very much in place. Oh, Neural Theft coming in the way of Oasis. They're really not leaving anything to chance now.
Well, they do have numbers, and they're walking into KRX's lair.
30 seconds left.
Cage
Fast lane now.
taken out.
Try and cover the cross. Dart's also broken. The firepower for XGOD is just lacking here with the Cypher. The Hot Fury though gets the tag, and KRX! There's no way you hit the shot to track Zeus like that! Unbelievable from XGOD. They're looking to buy as much time as they can. Niz as well out of nowhere! And Sladum survives to get the 3K and put that spike down. Chance here, but it's Fluky on the other end! 1v1 between the Sovas. Now, he got to Sladum. Automatic for Sladum, and he has found a bit of redemption. A 4K for Sladum in a 7th round here for Oasis.
Another 4K to save the day for Oasis, but XGOD again teasing Lady Death with the amount of bodies they're sending with these eco stacks. Like you said, off that solo swing by Tesseract, I wonder if that was a miscom issue or like muscle memory. But they also have to worry about KRX just almost locking down the site. Now, the thing is, it just feels like these eco rounds are a little bit more efficient on the side of XGOD as of late. These gun rounds, it seems like caution has been thrown to the wind, but maybe that's something they've readjusted on that timeout. Oasis, they're expecting a little bit more aggression here. Look how compact their anti-flank utility is now in comparison to those previous rounds.
But all in all, Oasis have really woken up here on the attack. Players that could not find success on the defense, they're getting their moments here. The shock dart broken, that's the go signal to go on to B, but Foxy just spraying Zeus down. Mark is in position, but Garnets! Oh, he doesn't deny the spike plant, but then again, for XGOD, this might be what they want in the first place. They have territory on the B side. It's a utility though from Tesseract, catching Niz anyway. Rolling Thunder here from Oasis though, preventing KRX from looking to get that initial stick. Now then, Hunter's Fury, but KRX has gotten halfway. He dies for the cause, and XGOD here will look for the fight. Oasis Gaming, they've set it up well, and now they're cooking to get the 8th round.
And cook they shall. All that smoke from the kitchen is really increasing the fog of war for XGOD. They're looking far more mortal now, Dax. Oasis, such great discipline to not even dip their toes onto that site up until everything is exhausted. And this is a mighty, mighty swing here. But once again, we are on the eco on the side of XGOD. They buy up one Guardian onto Foxy, who's had the hot hand.
This is a nice spot.
Oasis, slowly but surely, they're clawing back into this. They're now being a little more convincing with this map.
Camera, very early on from XGOD and Oasis, having the bulk of their forces to try and go into the C site again. Zeus does have the overdrive available. Oasis sending out the drone to get the initial bit of information. Oasis, we've seen them force XGOD go in this trend, right? Buy eco, but no one's looking towards the tripwire! And moments like that is where XGOD will take advantage! Very quick decision from XGOD, and they get 2 for their troubles.
Enemy mark.
Once again, they're just so good on these eco rounds, Dax. I don't understand why it's not translating too well onto their full buys, but hey, they'll take everything they can get. And now they have to be aware that they can't be overzealous. Sure, there's only 3 players left on Oasis, but they're fully equipped with everything they need to bully their way onto the site. And KRX, with that Sheriff, he demands respect. Sure, they've lost the rounds where he's gotten a few kills, but you can't be complacent.
Zeus though, stopping the overdrive now.
30
Big
seconds
response
left.
from Garnet. It's a battle of the lightning figures, and who's the one? Who's the better bender here? It's KRX though on the board. Now it's awkward between the Neons, but Zeus had better firepower anyway. KRX good for the double. Niz as well. Surprising Marky there, and a thrifty from XGOD. What a monumentous occasion to put themselves on map points.
Dear me. XGOD being a little wiser with how they position themselves. And obviously, this play really made it crumble for Oasis. It did look like they were willing to burn out a bit more time here, Dax. But with everybody just kind of thinning out the herd for that attack, it was the go signal. It was the green light for XGOD. They are going to be far more equipped this time. It does look like Foxy's going to stick with that Guardian. Hopefully it doesn't bite him in the back. We do have a lot of ults just around the corner for both these teams. And look at the level of activity by XGOD. It is already way higher.
They got success from the push from A lobby before. Now they have control. Oasis adjusting accordingly, putting Astro now to watch a potential lurk. But XGOD, they're also checking out if there's a solo Cypher around the area. Camera's broken. Astro still holding steady here by window. Oasis though made their way into the C site. XGOD, are they confident enough to play the retake anyway? It's a flank though to watch out for, and the timing from Garnet is just impeccable. Sladom though did find KRX all the way, so in the front, this is the perfect chance for Oasis to hunt down Foxy. Niz, stellar shot, and Niz even through the wall. XGOD looking deadly here, but Tesseract as well has something to say. Gotten one for himself. It's 2v2 now. XGOD onto the side, Garnets with a slide, and Garnets with a kill! It's Fluky on defuse shoot, the Tesseract. It's such a long way, but now he has the angle and the kill, but the trade is immediate from Garnets. Quick reactions, and now it's XGOD who take the first map, 13-8. They'll take this one away from Oasis. It's gonna be interesting, because their opponent will be Zol Esports. So for Oasis, that's something that they would really want, but XGOD, can they just decimate the PH region by continuing what they already started?
How can all the things I love go against each other? But it is what it is. The survival of the fittest, Dax. We agreed to these rules. And now we will live by these rules. XGOD on the defense now. You know, I wish we'd see a bit more deadlock on this map. I think we saw it like, what was it yesterday? But I feel like the ideas of that agent still aren't completely fleshed out. I wish more teams would be willing to risk it. Maybe not now, actually, now that I think about it. Maybe not on single elims.
Yeah.
But
There was Fracture yesterday, but I don't think they played Deadlock. It was just that one Ascent map we had. I haven't seen much Deadlock, honestly. A little surprising.
I think we saw it like once, right?
Yeah. Ascent. Anywho. While Raph is reading the stats here, he's like, okay, how many times did they actually play
You know
Deadlock?
what? I could actually open VLR. And not just like play from memory. That's my fault. Actually.
Okay. Actually. I can't believe you made me do this. But hey, into the action we go, and XGOD with the push. KRX already finding Sladden to begin with, and XGOD advancing again. Even on the defense, they're quite aggressive, and in a map like Fracture, they take the initiative and have the advantage.
Spike planted.
That is a convincing pistol, and so far KRX has proven to be the most reliable pistol player on the server. Pushing Oasis away, but couldn't deny the plant. Tesseract doesn't have any utility. Astro still has that molly, and Zeus has one relay bolt, I believe, but the retake slowly coming into play.
Off angles here for Oasis. It's working so far! And he's found 3 along the way. But Foxy, yet again, such a threat. Now, the veterans, of course, the duo can get it done. Foxy, Garnets, they've handled the best of Pacific. They can handle whatever Oasis will throw at them in this pistol.
XGOD, yet again, setting the tone for this map. And Oasis, you can tell that they are trying to find some stragglers in the way that they've been moving, but KRX is simply not the person you want to find in these situations. There's so many times on Haven where that sheriff has proved to be an issue. Other than that, everybody's been responding so quickly with, well, at least in that round, like a really spawn-oriented defense. I think for a good like 10-20 seconds, they were just hanging on, just waiting for those balls. But here we go.
Oh, everyone's stunned! Shake it off! Who's the one to find his footing first? It's Zeus at least getting the punish onto Garnets with Foxy. In position, Niz as well now with the push. And here comes XGOD to come collect and take back Dish. The intention again is just so oppressive from XGOD. They lost Garnets, but they shake it off so quickly here, Raph. And now they're hunting anyone else to come their way. The spike in their hands. Astro stuck in the corner as well. And it will take a miracle for Astro to get more than one pick along the way. Sladden at the same time rolling on to try and reconvene, but Astro! Holy Astro! It is such an effort. Now a chance, but Fluky shuts it down. 2v1 here, Ref.
KRX looking to hustle now, Dax. I mean, he can't allow this 1v1 to happen considering Fluky is solo and Fluky's just running for his life. He's telling and urging KRX, I may need assistance. Like right now.
Yeah. KRX looking to cut off any rotation into B. So Sladden a chance here for the 1v1 on the site. Fluky now with confirmation. And Fluky, he was just grounded. He was ready, steadfast, feet on the ground, all steady, all good, and that's the second round here.
I'm trying to remember if they fixed the silent drop. Because I feel like if there was a little bit more, I guess, discipline on that approach to the site, then potentially there could have been some leeway for the clear, but Astro did with the classic. It's pretty insane. And at least they get a decent return on that investment. XGOD this time around is not going to be working with a lot of oppressive long-range weapons, but wow, they get caught up here.
Oh. Yeah. There's a bit of damage.
That's a lot of damage.
That's a lot of damage. And now Zeus looks to push. Fluky here, almost caught by the stun, but Garnet's been covering fire. And KRX! You noted it a while ago, Raph. give him a sheriff and he will deliver. Run into the Cypher. You're just gonna get hit in the head. And Garnet's well. Outlaw on hand!
Okay,
A headhunter! A Sladum! It's just erased in the blink of an eye. Easy shot for KRX. Fluky as well with the final trade. And XGOD! An incredible bonus to take.
Never had a doubt. Let's keep it going.
Wow. It started off with an outlaw pick, which is nothing to note of, to be honest with you, right? It's like, okay, yeah, sure. Anti-Eco outlaw gets one, but then KRX again, with the Sheriff just cementing their dominance on that site. And it did look like Oasis were a little shocked to find themselves in that situation where the sheer advantage with the armory just was not enough to punch through XGOD. Now, Zeus is going to try and get something going with the Judge here. And I doubt that XGOD has the read on this, but they're very, very aggressive, getting a little bit more space towards A main, giving more breathing room towards the B anchors as well.
Yeah, Fluky here. Seeing Marky's utility come his way, wants to go for the punish, to suppress, preventing the blast back from detonating. But he's found the first, and Garnet's there for the second. Back to KRX, and back to him getting a kill. Even climbing down the rope, but it's delivered to Astro now. And the gun picked up here by Oasis, something they can work with, but the spike, it's in the hands of XGOD here.
As soon as I check that mini-map, they just really have to fight for this. They do have a minute left, and they can go in a matter. Like, it's just so many approaches. But I'm still looking at the positions of XGOD. This is not ideal whatsoever, Dax. They can get pinched very quickly, but look how careful Astro is. He does have an orbital strike. If Tesseract can confirm one player, they're probably going to sizzle one. Maybe two even.
They can separate these two if ever. XGOD are looking at two distinct angles. Tesseract now with contact. The stun comes out. Astro
30 seconds left.
looking to prime now the laser. And exactly that. It's a 1v1 for Astro. It's a 1v1 for Tesseract. Garnet wins the fight though on the other side. And it's Garnet! Stunning approach by the Neon! A master on the duelist roll. And XGOD with a fort.
That hurts. That is a heartbreaker of a round. Astro fought so hard to get those kills and the Vandal, but again, maybe the timing on that orbital was just a little miscued. They couldn't confirm where the second player was, but either way with Garnet breaking the ankles, landing those relay balls. Evil laugh, villainous.
He deserves it. He deserves it. These reactions have been so quick. And truthfully, Garnet has been the devil that has hounded Oasis throughout this series so far. You can feel already XGOD so confident here, and Garnet is not done. Marky's gone for the round. Sladum at least with the answer. Foxy doesn't want to deal with the Vice. Down here in the tunnel. Garnet's back and forth just goes through the other way. And Foxy, oh, yeah, I think so. Here, Sladum has crawled his way into arcade. Foxy too busy with the push from main instead. Zeus now will fall. Fluky though will be traded in kind. Foxy has to go for the aftershock to buy him some space. KRX doing what he does yet again, but Tesseract has found two. Up the Garnets in a 1v2. You can seen into miracles before. He's come in with the overdrive. The flash was the answer. The rolling thunder, the respect's given, but Garnet has gotten space to play into cover now. Swing out though from Tesseract, and finally, the evil has been defeated, said Oasis. A round on the board, but Garnet has made Tesseract and co work for it.
Honestly, getting hit by the rolling thunder, that's where you confidently say, all right, buddy. Again. You are not a fan of mining, but great play across the board here to dissect this potential retake before it can even happen. And I love the patience by Sladum there, even after fighting the kill on to Niz. So chose to bite his time, and I'm even more surprised that Foxy was so passive. Even in the death of his teammate, but looking pretty solid for both teams here. Temperance.
Yeah, the defense very concerned with that B-main push. But now, if they control tree, then they're gonna be able to stop Oasis immediately. Now then, Showstopper 2! XGOD have sent it towards the arcade! The
Spike
aftershock
down,
from
attacker
Foxy finds
spawn.
Tesseract. And from north to south, it's XGOD winning in all directions. They've gotten 3 picks because of their flurry here, Raph, and Zeus and Astro look to salvage what they can as they head towards A.
The Wrecking Crew has been incredible for XGOD. They only have 2 Vandals to work with, but at this point, they've already crushed most of Oasis' remaining players. They're both fully healthy though, Dax, so they could have a very real chance, but it's KRX again. I do
Yes,
not
KRX.
trust the Sheriff. I really don't.
Yep. KRX Cam
One enemy remaining.
lines it up, and of course he hits the shot. What's new? KRX, how have you done this? 2 HP, he gets 2 kills, and XGOD, even with some lesser guns there, they win the round.
Unbelievable. This goes here. Every single time we see KRX on the Sheriff, you actually kind of feel a little scared for the people approaching him, despite the clear advantage. But hey,
enemy
I am a firm believer of this man's
Spike down
philosophy.
A.
Gun advantage isn't real. You click them on the head, they pass away. That's just how it is. It's the law of the land, and that is my favorite thing in every single FPS. XGOD, very, very healthy here, and with a lot of potential utility to refill here. Dax, Oasis looking far more passive this time.
Yeah, Oasis now shaken by the last round, and not only that, only a rifle in the hands of Zeus. Tesseract with the Guardian here. Lesser guns for Oasis.
Go, go, go.
XGOD did set up the tripwires to try and catch Zeus, to no avail. Zeus wisely getting rid of the utility bit by bit. Slam shot onto Fluky too. Very effective as Oasis now. Oh, Garnet slides into the ultimate! It's awkward, and Tesseract the one to get the punish on. Oasis Gaming turning things around on the Pseudo Thrifty. But the job's not done. The stun comes out. Now, the Armageddon to force XGOD out in the open, and Zeus is ready to get the catch anyway. Oasis Gaming, well played and well done. A flawless in that instance. They can pick up some guns along the way too.
They also have their tricks up their sleeve backs, and they remain unshaken despite XGOD's excellent eco round there. A lot of ease. And Oasis are definitely looking to alleviate the difficulty of this comeback here by getting some of these rounds. Now, historically too, this is an attacker-sided map, but XGOD, they've been keeping themselves very composed.
Yeah, XGOD. Throughout the series, you haven't seen them shaken at least. It's Oasis always finding the recovery. And while we did see instances of it in the last map, and especially in the last round, there's still more work to be done here for Oasis if they want to try and tie things up. A long road ahead and a heavy stack into dish here for Oasis.
Hopefully they don't get toppled and spilled over. XGOD, they have an inkling of what might happen here. They're staring down the drop position, and Marky doesn't want to get buckied twice in one series, right?
No way it happens again. Right? Right?
Ooh, I don't like this. I don't like this at all.
Cue the evil laugh! Cue the evil laugh! He almost got away with it as Oasis have gotten to get the advantage at least. Also with side control now, as XGOD still have rope to work with Sand's position, and the orbital strike as well. Looking to glass whoever is there for Oasis' side. The Flames do with the Molly. Get the confirmed kill though, and Zeus the one to bring the elements back in their favor. Niz finding Marky though along the way. Here comes Zeus with the push. Foxy can't handle the close encounter of the Zeus's kind. And the deity has found the spark. A 4K here for Oasis side to get a third round.
Another 4K for our young duelist here to keep it afloat for Oasis. Now XGOD suffering a slowdown here, Dax. They are once again on that eco round, but they do have that neural theft, and they have been pretty generous with how they've been using their utility and their ultimates. On the side of Oasis, they're not too far from Astro's orbital strike, so they can secure that post plant even better. Now Oasis, I am 100% certain they are aware of how lethal these sheriffs can be, so they might have to adjust their approach here.
Immediately, right? The peek comes out from tower. KRX, though, forced to drop Fluky, the one backing away from the salvo. And Oasis, they found success towards this. They look to angle the 3-stack there again. But the concern here is the lurk. Marky now potential to get overrun. Good cover though, as Oasis double back and realize the situation. Zeus, Marky Sladum, already the attendance check. Everyone on Oasis getting a piece of this one, and this should be a round for them to take.
Garnets, we've seen him pull a lot of tricks up his sleeve, as well as potentially a new soundbite for the rest of the community. But this is looking quite dire. None of the Oasis members have taken damage. Probably just salvage the orb here. And just really just waiting for this to unfold. But anyway, Dax, XGOD, they're finally getting figured out for this defense. And Garnet still gets one. That's an okay pick at most. But now again, like I said, Oasis being a bit more dynamic, being a bit more aggressive on some of these takes, and avoiding all of these strange 50-50s that XGOD can somehow enforce on them.
Yeah, even with Oasis fighting rounds in Haven, they were just set to the tune of XGOD all throughout. Now, here for Oasis, this has been the best form we've seen from them from the past few rounds. And it's allowed them to claw their way back and shut down some key players here for XGOD. They caught KRX there. Garnets, while he does get a pick right, was left all alone. The team had crumbled. Zeus now in position. Oasis getting a lot of space thanks to their Neon. And it's a clear A site to take. It's XGOD willing to play the post plan anyway.
Willingness definitely more than available for XGOD, but Garnet has to find some value here. Boxy though, open up Tesseract.
Yeah, sure. He has the operator, but he also has the overdrive. Can just suddenly swap weapons in the pinch there. And Zeus now, surprise, surprise! This would cover courtesy of Rope. With the intel here, the operator also looking to find the shot. Marky though, trying to stall with utility. Garnet's now discarding the rifle. Here he goes with lightning again! It's just working out in his favor here. Garnet's now with a pick short. Niz as well. But while that happens, XGOD just complete the defuse. And it's 6-4 in favor of the defense.
They successfully boxed out Astro from expending that orbital strike too. So big ups for XGOD. Like you said, Garnet's not afraid to get rid of the sniper and just opt for something more brawl heavy. That is the Neural Theft being expended too, as well as the overdrive. But not to worry if you're an XGOD fan. The Rolling Thunder, as well as the orbital strike, could come into play this round. Astro and Tesseract, they do have something cooking here too.
Oasis, fast play yet again. These A executes have really tested XGOD throughout this half, but Garnets now wants to play all the way in front. And with it, the tip of the spear has found sharpness. Already 2 kills here for Garnet, but Astro still trying to crawl his way into A main. Corner now, as the smoke dissipates. Fluky on the opposite end has a judge in hand though, and the jump peek now gets confirmation. Here comes Fluky, wants to get the kill. The trade is immediate, but Marky's there, covering the rear at least. The spike, though, it's in the hands of Tesseract, while Marky's making all this noise. Should allow the breach to rotate towards B. No peek from XGOD though. Really, the concern is KRX's position. Won't mistake it to try and bait things out. Marky and KRX having a firefight here. Marky still wins it. Garnet wants revenge. Can't catch Mateo in time. And Marky, a single bullet should be enough. Marky does it all. The IGL for Oasis has done it again to get a 5th round.
Lead by example, taken to heart by our veteran here. One more away from that Armageddon, and I'm so surprised that classic actually did so much damage to Garnet. But like you said, they have been trying to hammer down towards this A site, and it has pulled so much of the, or rather so many of the XGOD players here with undeniable gravity, mind you. But Marky again falling away to potentially secure the spike, secures the round instead.
He's had so many moments in the first map. Marky waking up here in the second as well. Zeus now finding contact. And Oasis gaming these pushes into the sights. They've been so strong on the executes. And it's up to the anchor as Niz, the one, still keeping the ship stable. Now it's sunk by Zeus. The 3v1 and Foxy's found before he can even find an angle. Oasis gaming, the rally has been unreal. And we see them tie things up.
Oh, 6-6. At least we get a full reset here. for both these sides, and XGOD looking far more vulnerable this time around.
Away with the lead again. Oasis found their form near the end of that first half. And now we're all tied up. We're not done though. Get to the second. Oasis looking to play aggressive. And they're the ones to find the pick first. Foxy though catches Zeus on the other side of this firefight. And it's up to Marky to try and slow things down. Sees the contact. So many players of XGOD. Now, back to more of a default here for the offense. But Oasis Gaming forcing the issue early into the round here, Raph.
Once again, XGOD seem a little bit more rattled when these opening seconds are met with aggression and met with a lot of speed. And now they are tasked to kind of figure it out. What was Slatham doing there? KRX gets another one.
KRX has been the master of the pistols. And Slatham, unfortunately, shoulders out. That's a casualty that the Oasis can't really afford here. They're forced to reinforce this B site. And leaving A wide open for XGOD to take here.
A lot of patience from both ends here. They're not rushing anything. But again, KRX just doing so much damage with his pistol.
Spike
KRX,
planted.
always a threat. Eventually, it's mitigated here by Tesseract. But the damage has been done. And the spike has been planted here by XGOD. Garnet's keeping an eye out on Dish. But most of Oasis here. Spawn play. The drop down to Sands will be the trigger. And Niz is the one with the initial contact. Tesseract low HP. Lines up for them. Niz only good for the one though. It's Foxy and Garnets. And of all people to face in the clutch, these two are the ones that will make you work for it. Marky. Oh no. He's not gonna even see this coming. Stun is set up. Marky avoids it, but as soon as you get close to the spike, you know it's already done. Foxy can't even let him touch that spike, man. XGOD with a pistol win.
You see how Marky recoiled as soon as he was in the vicinity of the spike. And again, XGOD, their mid-round calling has been, you know, very good. It's been exceptional. Plus, you add the fact that KRX has been such a reliable force on these sidearms. No wonder that they've been winning out the majority of their pistols. In fact, I don't think they lost the pistol round today, if my memory serves me correctly. But before we jump onto that, Oasis now, despite the aggression, Dax, are somewhat getting caught unprepared in some of these fights. It has looked really awkward.
I mean, they won the 2 here in Fracture. They won the first one on Haven. But you've said it, XGOD, they've taken advantage to get the initial momentum. Oasis Gaming, a heavy stack onto drop, but they are just seen quickly by Fluky. Tesseract falls. KRX though, you just know, not against KRX. Marky's now gone. KRX confirming a second here. And by this point, it should be all XGODs to take. Can Slatham find at least a pick for himself? All in all though, it just XGOD, that extra speed of the Neon, plus of course the pressure of the Raze, you're gonna expect these pinches to happen throughout this half here.
Well, with that in mind, Oasis are taking mental notes of how XGOD has been dissecting this map, not just on this attacking side, but from previously as well. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of tells on what they would want to prioritize, and it should mirror their attack here. But Oasis, maybe they're going to be a bit more passive now. They know that they have a clear gun advantage here. And so far, there aren't any sheriffs in sight, so they should be good.
It's really the sheriff, huh?
Yeah, it's insane.
No, I feel you. And KRX equaling Garnet's this kill by this point. 13 for them.
I'm out of here.
Zeus finds the forces of XGOD in his way. It's tough for Zeus, though. He can't even escape, and Foxy's Aftershock will confirm his demise. Marky makes a trade happen, so no Neons now into this round. And again, Fluky's still ready to play the entry. Marky low HP, special delivery, but he's the one who hands himself to Fluky right there in the end. Tesseract now. Step on up. A bad swing, but it's a strikeout courtesy of Foxy. And XGOD is just clearing a path to A site with his carnage here.
Fantastic, though. XGOD has been swinging for the fences, but not everything is a home run, and he still gets it while moving. Well, Oasis on the back of potentially an Astro 1v. No.
They don't even.
No.
No way. They don't see each other.
No.
Like ships in the night. They just cross one another there.
No way. That's crazy.
30 seconds
Very-
left.
Not a glimpse of anything, and everything is gonna proceed as if that situation just didn't even present itself. Like, what's
Spike planted.
Nothing
Okay.
just happened. I think really Fluky's just wondering, where is Astro in all of this?
The wind.
Ah, that was that sound. But this is huge. This is huge for XGOD here, Raph. Jokes aside, this is a bonus win. They're bringing 4 rifles into the next round, and they save some key ultimates. Foxy has the Rolling Thunder. Niz is 1 away from the Orbital Strike, and things can go bad to worse fast here for Oasis Gaming.
It could potentially happen that way, and a bonus denied. Although it's been a common occurrence in these last few months, actually, you still don't want to see it happen. Teams have been getting a bit more creative when it comes to dealing with the superior weaponry, and I'm glad like the skill ceiling's always coming up. But there's no way they miss Astro this time around. Okay.
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 Held my breath there. I thought it would be another KRX classic. But at least Astro knocking down 1 gun away from the XGOD shelves. Still though, this round, again, the zoom in, enhance! Enhance!
Yes.
One enemy remaining.
Computer.
But that's how you solve crimes. That's what CSI, NCIS, everything. But case in point, XGOD, they handle all the pushes of Oasis so well, expending that utility once they get the intel.
There.
And here we go again. The worst door. Guardian's pinging it. The flash out now. Try and go for Sand. The drone here. Suppressing Garnets. Getting the intel too.
Oh, Zeus.
And Fluky even found out by Zeus. Now that the sun comes on out, Garnets as well, surviving somehow and covered by Niz at the brink. It's 4v4 here. Garnet's very low on the HP. But XGOD, they know the stack on A is heavy and they're looking to make the play towards B site here.
I can't believe Garnet actually survived all of that. He was stunned, he was still jumping around, and I'm pretty sure there's more than one person shooting at him. But now with the sheer pop, XGOD looking to maybe influence how Oasis is gonna rotate from this, but there was just too much action towards A that these 3 players are still suspicious of a potential rehit. But no, the timing. As soon as I say that, we have 1 less okay, make up your mind, man. I'm looking at the minimap.
Well, Zeus is the one who making decisions here. Garnet's falls
30
was
seconds
low
left.
anyway. But KRX, oh, he's exposed. Great timing there from Sladum. The shear from Skull a while ago. The Arc Roast now for confirmation. And the Razorvine also keeping him stuck there on site. Still, XGOD, they have ultimates, but they don't have the numbers. They need to find a plant
10
and
seconds
fast. Niz
left.
at the front line. The smoke here, the stun again, the flash rather. Marky good for the stinger, but Niz's transfer! The headshots are just so damn good! Astro, though, has found his target, and Oasis Gaming, they were at the brink there, but they'll rally back and get this round.
It did look like we were entering a bit of an ice age for Oasis, but thankfully for them, they thawed out, made this lead a bit more manageable. But they have to consider that XGOD are going to have a healthy economy coming into this. Potentially could bring out the operator again, but perhaps that'll have to restructure the entire offense of XGOD. Wonderful shots, by the way, on the side of really everybody here, from Zeus to that final spray on Niz. Everybody's still very sharp, and it doesn't Oasis just don't want to let this opportunity fall out of their hands.
Yeah, key round though for Sladum. That Arcros finding value multiple times within the site. Next God here, you've said it. Still have the guns, still have the ultimates. Oasis done a good job denying them the opportunity, and here we go, case in point. The drone for distraction. Look at the shiny toy. And Zeus is the one who's glowing after that shot. Operator getting a kill. Astro, though, found out by Foxy. Was expecting that no one was gonna push that smoke and punish accordingly. Spike planted on the site. Aftershock, though, gets the catch onto Niz. And Oasis still keeping the man advantage for now.
I would love to have that orbital strike, especially with just a disadvantage going into this. They will still have the rolling thunder, but it does look like they'll have to once again readjust for the situation, Dax. Nobody's daring crossing that Jenny line.
Prime position for the Rolling Thunder. Armageddon though forcing the tower holdout, but KRX, he's just so sure with the shot. Neural Theft into play. Now Tesseract on the board. Does Oasis hustle onto the side? It's Foxy though in position. How'd he get here so fast and so quick? From the tunnel to the tower, Foxy delivers the triple with KRX, finishing it off. XGOD now to double digits.
Fly maneuvers there by Foxy. Again, gorgeous Rolling Thunder. And I cannot believe Fluky still bought that amount of time despite getting stunned, despite getting clipped by the Armageddon. And Foxy has just been so slippery. That's aside from denying the orbital strike and the potential utility that could have been thrown out by Astro, and then setting up for his ultimate, plus closing it out. You said Marky can do it all, but Foxy is no slouch himself.
I mean, history has proven it. He himself's proven it in multiple rosters. Overdrive into play. Zeus just overrunning Fluky, as well as keeping it steady in Garnets. But Foxy now down below in the canyon. The flash comes out. The peek's there from Niz. And Marky somehow, even with the classic, XGOD taking more losses than they expected. They will be able to get onto that ace site, but Oasis now, the man advantage is there, and they can pick up the guns towards the north side.
They have to pocket Tesseract here. They have to play for him, or he gives up that rifle, so this response with the Rolling Thunder can come in quicker. But where is everybody else here? They're still unsure of which side is gonna take the plant, and they are gonna be burning a few seconds here.
Tripwire now broken. It's KRX. Stationary.
Stim beacon here.
Guard here behind Dish. KRX! He lined it up and he knocks them both down like dominoes! KRX! Kill, repeat, and executes. He's found those picks, giving the advantage back here to XGOD. And as Tesseract now makes his way towards the spike, Foxy's stun will be the one that will call the attention. Big pick for Tesseract, but right behind him, it's KRX. Rare whiff, but KRX, there you go. Execution has arrived. KRX with a triple and an 11th round for XGOD.
So convenient for XGOD to have a player like this, Dax. And it's been a quiet, like, top frag for him too. Like, it's not in the most, like, multi-kills. It's not like Garnets, who's had incredibly memorable clips just this game alone, but it's been a stable 2, it's been a stable 3. And right now, Oasis, they are backed up against the corner. They know if they drop this round, it's pretty much over. They don't have the economy to really go for another effort if this round so falls into the hands of XGOD.
Yeah, and KRX, man, made his name back in that sharper roster from before. Still as sharp and as good here in XGOD. But you said it, Oasis Gaming, they're just getting caught out here by the likes of XGOD. The firepower has just been unflappable from the likes of XGOD, and you gotta wonder what's the call here for Oasis. They were using those executes during the first half to good success, but coming into this defense, they're just getting dislodged by XGOD, and the timing swings from XGOD have been the biggest surprise to Oasis Gaming.
At this point in time, Oasis should be prepared for all these, like, surprises that XGOD have been so very generous with. Unsolicited gifts, perhaps. Now Oasis, Rolling Thunder and Tesseract's inventory has been sitting pretty for a good amount of time now. Now they slow it down. Zeus still looking in front, but is there anybody to trade?
Wow, the slide in. Garnet's punished accordingly. Zeus there.
Oh no.
Finds his first, but Foxy just making that null and void. And not only that, Fluky as well. Just finding the angle past the smoke. Oasis Gaming now feels the pressure on the B. Special delivery, but Slatham returns the package before it can even get sent out. No way this courier can come to collect. Zeus now backing away. The Steel Garden unleashed there by the likes of Oasis though, and XGOD has stalled in their offense thanks to the hold there from the Vice.
Trying to get lucky and maybe play his way into the penthouse, but the house always wins apparently, Dax. A bullet to the brain, perhaps not enough to stop him. A Tesseract. Oh boy. Oh no.
XGOD got a sniff of it. They were ready for the peek from Tunnel. It's 2v2 now, but Sladum still in the power precision here. Niz now moving towards the site.
Last player standing.
Right down.
One
Niz letting
enemy
go at the right
remaining.
time. It's 1v1 and Niz versus Zeus. The smoke, the
Molly.
only cover. Zeus is low HP.
Molly.
Can Zeus even come close now? The Molly preventing him from using the canteen
hear him.
angle at all. Fast lane now. There's a gap. There's a gap, and there's the pick. Niz has found 3, and it's series point here for XGOD.
Match point.
So close, yet so far for the young guns of Oasis to try and steal that round away, Dax. But now, again, we go into the awkward buy that I was talking about. They're still a bit better equipped because of the volume of frags they got, but
Last player standing.
the heroics not enough. Niz to play the spoil sport. Okay. Non-verbal it is then.
Yeah, the celebration. You can feel it in the air for XGOD here, but they just need one more round to seal the deal. That pick is instrumental, marking out low down. But then again, Garnets, he's been found out yet again. That's one thing Oasis has done right on the defense. Trade after Garnets gets in there. Cage space still made. Rolling Thunder finally unleashed. Desrap getting one for himself here after his ultimate. Astro as well. And Oasis, they will not go down without a fight. They even unleash the orbital strike. It's an 8th round here for Oasis Gaming as they want to continue their journey.
4 more to equalize, and they are counting the minutes, Dax. XGOD once again at the brink of executing Oasis, eliminating them. But an eco. But do not be fooled. We have seen this too many times. Oasis.
And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just waiting. KRX, that's not the right gun. Where's the
I'm-
sheriff?
What is this? They're trying to fool us? But in any case, Dax, Oasis, once again, they should have an extra degree of respect for these lesser weapons as Garnet tries to jump in.
Oh no, but it's tough for him. The angle's not good with the stinger, but that one is perfect! Now then, it's the overdrive and Garnet's unlimited power as he finds a second along the way. Spike to be planted. And Oasis Gaming seeing their journey crumble at the seams here. XGOD came into this one with stingers. Now they find the rifles along the way. Astro also, the Molly's not good enough. The floor
Stay
is lava,
alive.
but Garnets as well
One
as
enemy
Foxy,
remaining.
hand in hand, holding steady. Fluky there in position. It's up to Astro now.
Where's the Rolling Thunder?
And again, the Rolling Thunder, you've said it. The tripwire, as soon as it's broken right, here it comes the stun! And to the stars, Astro will be
Attackers win.
sent.